Hello guys, Tristan here, back with another video. I'm finally back after a long time and with a new set of videos on the way. And to start that off, we got a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile, one that we haven't had in a long time. Today we're going to be covering SPEEDROIDS, one of my favorite decks of all time. It's a really fun deck. It may not be the most competitively viable, but it is so much fun, and there's definitely some broken shit going on in this deck. Now if you take a look at our really cool playmat, it's Rayquaza and Slifer the Sky Dragon, duking it out. I love it. I got it on eBay. Check it out. Link in the description. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to the deck profile. We're going to play one copy of Speedroid Terratop. This card's insanely good, if only it were at 3. And then, of course, we got the 3 ofs, Thaction, Marble Machine. And then, of course, right to the 2 ofs, we got Ultra Hound, we got Den Duke, we got Car Turbo, and then we got Red Eye Dice. Now, the thing is, a lot of these cards are 2 ofs, not because of consistency, but because of just, like, how effective they actually are in the long run. Like, you don't really need 3 Car Turbo. Just 2 is really all you need, because, again, with all the searching and shit you do, you can easily just get 1, and that will suffice. So having 2 of them is okay. And as for the Dukes, you do a lot of dumping and stuff. And, again, Duke is a great tuner, but it's only really useful once you get it in the graveyard. Then for the 1 ofs, we have Double Yo-Yo and Fukumidoshi Piper. Of course, these cards are really good. The reason I only play 1 Double Yo-Yo is because, again, it's another one where you could search it very easily and get access to it. Now for the non-Speedroid cards, we got 3 Win, the Win Channeler. This card is really, really good, and anybody who disagrees, go ahead and try it. It can search for any Win card. That, like, the only cost being that another Win in your hand along with it, that's too good to pass up. Any Win card, that's 1/5 of all the main attributes in the game. That's insane. And then, of course, 2 Cash Tier Unicorn. I have a small little Cash Tier package, and it works really fucking well. You can easily get Barone on the 3rd summon, so easily, in order to prevent you from getting nibbed. Of course, the hand traps, we've got 3 Ash and 3 Droll. At the moment, I'm not really, sure about how, like, comfortable it is, but having 6 hand traps in total is, not the best idea in the current meta, but hey, anything can be switched around. Of course, I also have Imperm, so maybe it's okay. For the spell and traps, I got 3 Speedroid Wheel, 3 Speed Recovery, 1 Cash-Tier Birth, because again, it's Birth, it's part of the Cash-Tier engine, and of course, Called by the Grave. You want to stop those hand traps, you got to get your combos through. And of course, for the traps, 3 Imperm and 1 Speedroid Duplicate. For the extra deck, we got Barone de Floor, we got 2 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragons. Again, 2 is so good to have. High Speedroid Kite Drake, Clear Wing Fast Dragon, regular Clear Wing, Stardust Charge Warrior, Virtual World Beast Juju, Chambara, Goitza, Martial Metal Marcher. This is an interesting card. Cork Shooter, and of course, we have a Totem Bird. Now, I'm going to go over the Totem Bird in a little bit. We got 2 Rubber Band Shooters. So, a little interesting thing to point out is that the Juju, I almost never use this card. Instead, I usually banish him to use the effect of my Rubber Band Shooter. And sometimes the same thing with regular Clearwing. Regular Clearwing is great, but I often find myself using Fast Dragon more over him in a lot of situations. For Totem Bird is a spell or trap negate. It's very important, but the way you get it out is you have to summon him before you use Rubber Band Shooter's effect, because Rubber Band Shooter locks you into synchros, and if you do that, then you can't summon Totem Bird. So the best way to do that is to get off your Cork Shooter combo. So Dice and another Speedroid that isn't Marble Machine to go into Cork Shooter, summon back the materials, and then Dice to go into Metal Marcher, and then whatever you have from there, if you have the materials, to go into the link afterwards, and then overlay these 2 into Totem Bird, and it works perfectly fine. You have a Spell Trap negate set up. So this version of Speedroids, we get a couple negates instead of just like 1 or 2. Anyway, I'm going to now show you guys some test hands. So here's our first test hand. This is actually a really, really good hand, by the way. We have Cash Tier Unicorn, Ash Blossom, Speed Recovery, Thaction, and Win the Wind Channeler. Now we have everything we need to go to our Force Summon Barone to prevent us from getting nibbed. So we don't really need the Win at the moment, so we're just going to ignore it. First thing we're going to do is special summon Cash Tier Unicorn, because we need nothing on the field to summon it. We're going to activate the effect, and we're going to give ourselves Birth. So now we're set. We're going to special summon Thaction, and then tribute it. Summon out Den Duke. It's not going to be a tuner, we can go for 10. And on our 4th summon, We got Baron. Now we're going to activate Birth. Use Birth's effect to bring back Unicorn. There you go. Now we're going to activate Recovery to bring back the Duke. And then we can link these two away. There we go. Now we're going to activate the effect to banish. We're going to go 6 to go 2 or 4. So what's interesting here is that I'm actually going to use Win to get rid of the double yo-yo so that I can get dice. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to normal summon double yo-yo to bring back Denden Duke, these two into Fast Dragon, and now we have our 2 negates, plus we have an Ash Blossom. So here we have a different hand. We have Card Turbo, Takatomborg, Fukonboshi, Wheel, and Duplicates. So Duplicate is a card that we could set, or we could discard it for Wheel, but we're not going to do that. We're going to use Wheel first. We're going to discard the Madoshi. We got a 6, that's a lucky roll. So we're going to bring out Terratop and Duke. We're not going to use Terratop's effect because we want to save it. Especially summon Takatomborg. Use Takatomborg's effect to bring out Dice. Use Dice's effect. We're going to make Terratop level 2. Then we're going to use it, Dice, to get our Cork Shooter. Cork Shooter's effect is going to bring back the materials that we used to summon it. So we're going to first activate Dice's effect. We're going to make Terratop level 2 again. We're also going to use Terratop's effect to search. All works out perfectly. We get Marble Machine, so we have an additional search on top of that. But before we do that, we're going to do these two into Metal Martial Marcher. It's a weird string of words. We're going to bring back our Red-Eye Dice. Dice effects negated. We could bring back the Madoshi, but its effects will be negated, and that would not be helpful. So now we have 2 level 3s that we aren't using for anything. We're going to overlay them into Totem Bird. So now we can summon out our Totem Bird since we didn't use the effect of High Speedroid Rubber Band Shooter first. Now we're going to normal summon Marble Machine and use the effect to search. I'm just going to go ahead and get double yo-yo, so now I have it in my hand guaranteed no matter what. And then going to special summon Card Turbo and use that along with my Marble Machine to go into Goita. So that's set up, and now we're going to link these two off for High Rubber Band Shooter. Then we're going to activate the effect, banishing for 6, Ultra Hound or Takatomborg, and we got Ultra Hound. So now I'm going to additional normal summon the double yo-yo. Use double yo-yo's effect. Going to bring back Dice. Not going to activate Dice because it's all good. To use these two to go into Charge Warrior. Charge Warrior's effect to draw 1. That's nice, but it's not really important. We're then going to use Duke to summon out Madoshi. There we go. So we're going to use Madoshi like the top 4. In this case, we would pick ourselves the Win because we can use it. Now we're going to go into Baron using Madoshi Piper and Charge Warrior. Then we're going to use Win's effect. We can actually grab ourselves a Droll. Droll's really good in this game, so we're going to get Droll. Now there's something I missed that I forgot to mention, that you could have brought back Higuita with its effect, and having that in the field is actually useful because some people, they need the levels to be perfect in order to make their decks work, and if you use Higuita during the opponent's turn, you can make all monsters on the field gain 1 level, which can fuck up some combos or some plays that the opponent has. But so far that is 1 Omni Negate from Baron, 1 Spell Trap Negate from Totem Bird, and a Duplicate which we can set face down, as well as a Droll that we added to our hand. This hand is a little bit different. We got a Win, we got a Card Turbo, Marble Machine, Ash, and of course double yo-yo. So the first thing we're going to do is activate Win's effect. We're going to get rid of the Card Turbo. We're going to get Terratop. We're going to use Terratop. Search. This time we're going to get Takatomborg since we already have a Marble Machine. Then we're going to normal summon a Marble Machine. Use its effect. We're going to get Card Turbo in our hand because we actually need it. We're going to special summon and then go into Goita. Boom. Then we're going to special summon Takatomborg. Use Takatomborg's effect. Bring out Dice. Dice effect. Make Terratop level 2. Cork Shooter. Summon back the materials. A Dice effect. Make Terratop level 2. Metal Marcher, effect. Bring back Car Turbo. Why not? Now we're going to do... here we could do our Tornado Bird combo, but I actually have a better idea, and that's to just show you how you can change it up. We're going to do Car Turbo and Goita into Crystal Wing, and then of course we're going to activate Goita's effect. We're going to use these two. Hybrid Rubber Shooter, activate the effect. 6. We're just going to do Duke and Car. Yeah, that works. That works out just fine. Now we're going to do additional normal summon. Double Yo-Yo. We're going to bring back Dice. Then we use Dice effect to make Double Yo-Yo level 5. So we can go into our Charge Warrior. And then Charge Warrior's effect to draw 1. And of course, Duke's effect. Bring back Dice again. Not going to use Dice effect. And then go into Fast Dragon. Setting us up with a 2 Monster Negates and a Goita to interrupt the opponent's field. Plus Car Turbos if you needed to attack. If this was going second hand, it would be really useful at this moment. And that's it. I love Speedroids very much. It's one of my favorite decks of all time. If you guys want to see more videos like this with other decks that I have, then please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.